everybody, welcome to today's video. Thank you for joining me. Currently I am I'm on Broadway Avenue, and I'm just south of Bloor, and I will be heading southbound on Broadview. And today is Saturday. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's Saturday, June 6th. But a special, very special video today. I have a guest with me today, my niece, Emilie-Anne. That's Emilie-Anne. She is David's niece. She is the daughter of David's sister, Catherine. So Emily, the fun thing today, Emily, right? You are going to be the host of today's video for the majority of the video. So I'm going to be handing over the video camera to Emily, and she is going to take us around the neighborhood of Riverdale. She used to live here when she was a little bit younger, right? Maybe 10 years ago you were living down here? More than that. More than that now. Yeah, so she knows the neighborhood, so she's going to be talking and pointing out some points of interest for us and talking about the neighborhood, and we're going to go to a park, and yeah, I think that's everything that I have to say. That I'll pick up the camera probably a little bit later. All right, folks, so over to Emilie-Anne. Thanks, Emily.
Thank you. I am very, very, very excited to go on my first Boomer Girl walk, and in my favorite neighborhood probably in Toronto. And we've got a lot in on the agenda for today. We're gonna start off, so right in front of us, this is the beginning of Riverdale Park. And yeah, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. It's also a bonus that today is a beautiful June day. We get to do this walk. It's a few clouds in the sky, but I'm not mad about it. And it's not too hot, not too cold. There's a breeze, so we're good to go. So over here on my right, it's a little hard to see. There's a lot of trees there, but if you've ever been in this neighborhood, you might be familiar with Riverdale Pool, and they have a pretty sweet water slide. Maybe we can cross the street and you'll be able to see it. Oh! Oh, okay, we're good. It fixed itself. They have tennis courts, and I'm pretty sure a baseball diamond as well. But I remember coming here as a kid for summer break and just spending all day in the pool. So I'm not sure if you can see it there. There's a teal thing over there. That is the big water slide that, you know, would have like 100 kids lining up so that they could wait to go down and then get right back in line and do it all on repeat.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, definitely one of the summer highlights from when I was a kid.
I see you bombing down there, Emilie-Anne.
Yeah. Unfortunately, head first I don't think was allowed, but that definitely would have been the go-to move.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
There's some really neat architecture here.
Yeah, one of the things I love most about walking around this neighborhood is looking at all of the different houses. You know, they all complement each other, but they're not at all the same. And I think it's pretty cool. There's some people who have, like, you know, different colored doors, or they yeah, so some people might have different colored doors, or they paint their fences a fun color. There's also some very impressive gardens in the area. I think when a little while ago, at least, maybe they still do it, there definitely used to be a Riverdale garden tour where you could go around to different people's gardens and see how they set them up, what plants or flowers they had. My mom definitely really enjoyed that.
I bet, yeah. Because her mom has a beautiful garden. She's setting up a beautiful garden now, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where she's getting the raised beds set up. So she,
wow.
yes. So she has, she took kind of tree trunks to be the outside, the perimeter, and then got all of the earth or the soil. Yeah. You can tell I'm not a gardener. She got all the earth and the soil to fill it up, and we're working on putting everything in to the right place.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Really nice. That's cool. Oh, that's just, they must be doing construction there.
Yeah. I really like when construction sites use or employ local artists to like make what would previously be you know, probably just regular wood. Yeah, like and now look at this, look how pretty this is.
Look at that, that's smart that they did that.
Yeah. So shout out to Emilie-Anne.
Yeah.
At julieamlin.art.
Nice work, Julie.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting up to one of my favorite views of the city.
Wow. Wow.
We are on the east side of the Don River.
Yep.
But look at this view.
Wow, it is amazing. So you want to keep it at camera?
Yes. Okay.
Amazing skyline. We live in such a beautiful city.
Yeah. So maybe we can cross if there are no cars. Oh, there's one on this side, but maybe after this van and these two SUVs, maybe we can walk down a bit more. Yeah. Well, there's a crosswalk up here.
Yeah, yeah. Like the architecture of the church.
Yeah.
Let's see what we're coming up.
Wrong way.
Look at that rooftop. That is beautiful, the rooftop. That's like, what is that, galvanized? What's that called? That copper when it turns green?
I don't know.
It's gorgeous.
I'm the wrong.
I don't know either.
I'm the wrong person to be asking about architecture and the materials needed.
I don't know about it either. I just know what I like.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know it either.
I know it looks good.
It looks good, right?
I don't know how to get there though.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's just go down to the crosswalk. Be good, safe pedestrians. Yep. So we're crossing Bain Avenue right now. So if you were to walk east on Bain, you would get to Withrow Avenue Public School, which is where I went to elementary, and had some, you know, my formative years there.
Yeah.
Met some really good friends. Last night I went to go meet my friend who I met there in grade 1 when I was 5.
That's cool that you guys are still friends after all these years.
Yeah, I'm really grateful that, you know, that we are. She's a great gal.
That's actually a privilege to hang on to lifelong friendships.
Yeah.
So they moved it there and changed the fence.
It is, right? It's so nice. So when we cross over, you're gonna see, you're gonna see the how steep Riverdale Hill is. Thank you. And so this is like the big kid hill that you would go to for sledding or tobogganing in the winter. Although it was a steep climb up and you get down very quickly, so you have to make it worth it.
And there's a ball diamond.
Yes, and the track down there did lots of track and field.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a running track.
Yeah, track and field, all, you know, whenever that season is. Whenever that season is, we would come down here as students at Withrow, and that's where we would do all of our events and that kind of thing.
Wow. So you guys had to come all this way to do your track and field down here? Like you had to come?
Well, we could do it in our backfield, but this was for maybe larger days, or we did our Terry Fox run down here.
Oh, okay.
The school is, you know, maybe a 2-minute walk.
Oh, I see. Okay.
From here.
Okay.
Just right behind us. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Shall we?
Let's carry on.
Okay.
And we're going down Withrow, right?
We were gonna go down Riverdale.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And just so that we can avoid, you know, waiting for cars to go by, let's go back on this crosswalk.
Yep.
Thank you, cars. Such a beautiful garden. Yeah, you can tell that people definitely put a lot of time and effort and attention into, you know, from what we can see, their front yard, but I would imagine both front and back as well.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on our left to a cafe. When I was in elementary and middle school, it used to be more of a convenience store. But now it's turned into this really, really cute cafe. You can people watch. They have it kind of European style, where you're facing out towards the street. There it is.
Very. That's kind of a cool place to hang out, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it used to have when I was younger, it used to have what I considered to be the elite kind of pop. It had, I think it was called Pop Shop, and it had the kind of branding that you would see at, you know, a barber shop. So it had, you know, the red and white and blue stripes on the front of the bottle, if I'm remembering correctly.
I recognize that.
Yeah.
Now we're going down Riverdale. This is Riverdale Avenue. We're going eastbound.
Yeah. This was, I had a friend who lived on the street, and I just love walking down this street because it is so beautiful. You can see all the trees just kind of on the side of the road. It kind of frames the street nicely.
Oh yeah, it's like a canopy.
Exactly.
Yeah, very nice.
It's kind of a cool car. An old Mercedes.
Oh, yeah, that's like what, an 80s. That might be a 1980s version.
Anyway, very nice. Always gotta appreciate a good car. But yeah, so it's really nice to be back here. My aunt was telling me that she has never walked south on Broadview before, so I'm very glad to be back in my old neighborhood and get to, you know, bring her around. And yeah, as I said before, it's a perfect day for it.
It's a perfect day. Thank you so much for bringing us down here. It's a new discovery for me. And the other thing, folks, you know, I certainly appreciate, I won't get lost, because I did get lost in one of my last videos, so I don't have to worry about that because I've got a built-in navigator here.
Yeah, we're good. All else fails, we can rely on Google Maps, but we should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice to be back here, and I'm very excited that I get to be part of Boomer Girl Walking and get to spend time with my aunt. Sure, we have all been craving some more family time, so it's really nice.
Yeah, it is fun. It's fun having Emily with us. Yep. She brings a breath of fresh air. So, you know, considering we just were on a very busy street being Broadview, now it's nice and quiet and serene. Yeah. It's a real, like, neighborhood, kids' neighborhood, isn't it?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely lots of kids. If this was, you know, 3 p.m. on a weekday, they'd be running all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Also, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it's almost like these little leaves that are falling to the ground. Almost look like little snowflakes almost, but it's way too warm to be snow, which, you know, I'm very thankful for.
That's just, might be pollen maybe. Is that what would be considered pollen? Those little, because I'm seeing that stuff too. Like it's this stuff. And zoom right in on that. We're seeing stuff like, you know, little pieces of fluff. And I wonder if it's coming from...
Maybe. I don't know.
Wow, look at that. I love that brick house. Wow. I do like that.
Yeah. There's quite a few houses in this area that have the ivy going up their house.
Yeah, yeah.
I find that so beautiful. Just kind of the contrast of the plant against a brick, or, you know, whatever the house is made out of, or the exterior.
Yeah, that is. So it is a nice contrast. You're right.
Like this one has it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
And what a beautiful balcony.
Yeah.
How nice would that be? Wake up and just go sit outside in the morning, or, you know, kind of any time of the day.
Look at that cute house with the curtains.
Yeah.
On the front porch.
Yeah.
It makes it private. You can just close up those curtains and sit out there and have a snooze.
Yeah. Still be outside.
Yeah. And I'll bet you that's what your Uncle David is doing right now, sitting out in the back, having a snooze.
Yeah. It is a perfect day for it, though.
Oh yeah, it is a perfect day.
You're not gonna wake up, you know, too sweaty and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You'll wake up just feeling refreshed.
And it's not humid today. It's just warm, right? I don't think it's humid.
No, I don't feel humid. I don't feel too humid either.
No. Yeah. And when we first started out, it was kind of windy, or maybe that was just on Broadview that it was windy, because in here on Riverdale, it's not windy at all. It could be because the trees are blocking the wind, but have you noticed? It's not very windy at all.
Yeah, no, now that you point it out, it definitely is a whole different world.
Yeah.
It might be because of the way that the park goes up, and the way that I mean, it is a busier street too. I guess the wind might be going north-south more than east-west. I don't know.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. And we're eventually going to make our way to what park?
Withrow Park.
Withrow Park.
One of the things I love most about Toronto in general is the quantity of solid parks. No matter what neighborhood you live in, I feel like you can walk to a really, really nice park.
Yeah, good point. I think you're right about that. We do have some great parks.
Yeah. Is it right to say that? I can't remember if this is about Toronto, but it's like a city within a park. Is that what they say? Have you heard that?
I don't know if that's referencing. I know the expression, but I'm not sure if that's referencing Toronto or not.
We'll have to. We'll get back to you. We'll Google it and get back to you.
Well, we'll just say that. I mean, from our point of view, it is a city within a park.
There we go.
From our point of view. Because you're right, there is beautiful parks here.
Yeah.
Beautiful parks. And but even on that note, there's a lot of beautiful neighborhoods that are park-like because they're so calm, serene, there's so much green.
Yeah.
And they're perfect to ride a bike through or walk your dog. It's very park-esque.
For sure. Good park vibes no matter where you go.
Park vibes, you got it, you got it. Little garage sale going on, neighborhood garage sale.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's summertime in the city, garage sales.
In Ottawa, I think it was last weekend, they had the Great Glebe Garage Sale.
And what's that all about?
So the Glebe is a neighborhood.
Yeah.
It actually is like somewhat comparable to Riverdale, but in Ottawa.
Yeah.
And every year they have this, the entire neighborhood has a garage sale. So you get up early so that you can get the good deals. People will show up at 7 a.m. on a Saturday, looking for the,
be the first early bird catches the worm kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
Best of the best.
Exactly. And, you get to, walk around the neighborhood. Often people will do it in their like groups of friends. But, blocks and blocks and blocks, every single house has something on their front lawn for the garage sale day. And I think the last time I went, there was even, live music at someone's house and...
So it's like kind of like a neighborhood party, almost like a block party. Almost.
Yes, yeah, it's like a block party plus bonus garage sale.
and are there like little kiosks of food anywhere, or like like lunch truck kind of things?
Okay, so
because it's a planned event, I'm wondering.
Yeah, so I haven't been in a few years.
Yeah,
but I would imagine, yes.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
Although, yeah, you would definitely see more than one ice cream truck.
Right. Yeah, bonus. Absolutely, yeah.
And so the Glebe is runs along Bank Street in Ottawa, and there's lots of cafes, restaurants, all within walking distance, kind of no matter what street you're on in the Glebe.
Nice.
So you can stop in there if you need a coffee. Also, obviously legendary from Ottawa is Kettleman's Bagels.
We're walking up Logan Avenue right now. We're going north on Logan Avenue. Now this will take us, is this going to take us to the park?
Yep, it's right up there.
Ah.
Yep.
How cute that is. Yeah, point that out, how cute this is. It's just such a cute vibe here.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, so I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, but over across the street there's those little heart flowers. What's the proper
what are
name?
they called? Bleeding hearts?
Yeah.
Bleeding hearts, I think.
So one cool thing when I was a kid was
eating them.
You ate them?
We used to eat them. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, maybe that was not a wise thing.
I don't know. I was gonna say that you could flip them upside down, and if you spread them apart, it looked like a ballerina.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I got so happy from doing that, but then my mom had to tell me, like, you can't keep picking those off of people.
Yeah.
Because I would lose them, obviously.
And you're picking other people's flowers.
Yeah. So eventually she started growing them in our backyard.
Oh, good. So you could.
Yes.
So you had,
Yeah, exactly.
You had your own to pick. Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. So the Riverdale Park. I'm gonna get the correct number of years wrong, but this cafe has been here for at least 20 years. Wouldn't be surprised if they've hit their 30-year anniversary. And same with this convenience store too. I think that's one of the places we would go after school on Fridays to get our like little end of the week treat. And
so you had the convenience store to get your treats,
yeah.
and then mom and dad could go next door and get some cafe.
Yes, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that little cat.
oh my goodness. Hi, precious. Can I say hi to your cat?
No, well, I wanted to see, yeah, it's,
She's your cat?
no,
Oh,
I'm the same, hello. Oh, you're so cute. You're such a pretty.
She is.
I love the collar.
Oh,
yeah,
my
I
goodness.
guess.
So
I
cute.
guess to keep the birds, I bet it's too good at bird hunting.
So cute. Is this camera angle okay? Okay, perfect. So, funny story. I mean, it wasn't funny at the time, but I laugh about it now.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I was visiting one weekend when I was in middle school. I had a bunch of friends that still lived in this neighborhood, and I honestly don't remember what game we were playing, what the purpose of, us running around was, but I was running up east on Bain, and
This is Bain right here.
yeah, this is Bain, this one way right here. I was running up this hill. One of my friends was chasing me, and my Motorola Razr fell out of my pocket and into one of the sewers that's up there.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh.
It was sad. It was a very, very sad day. I loved that phone.
Oh my God. So I guess there was no way to retrieve it?
No, well, like we were tiny little preteens, can't lift up a sewage thing.
No, of course not.
And
What about Dad?
well, my parents were in Ottawa.
Oh, they were in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, I could see it. My friends could call me and I could see it light up, but I couldn't get it.
Oh.
Anyway, it's fine. Life moves on. Phones are replaceable.
Good attitude. Yeah.
That's not the attitude I had in the moment.
Not at the
but
time, no. Not at the time.
yeah, 10 years later, I can,
Now
I can
you-
finally accept it. So on our right, we're coming up to Withrow Park, and so you can see the hill up here too. This was the hill that got you ready throughout your childhood to then toboggan down Riverdale Park.
Oh, that big park that you pointed out earlier, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And so on the right side is more of a longer hill. So, as you grew up, you would make your way across.
Ah, progressive. Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Now, is that a baseball diamond or what is that?
Yeah, that's another baseball diamond. That's also been here for a while. And just to the left of it is an off-leash dog park.
Oh, let's go check out the dogs.
Okay, let's go look at the
Gotta
dogs.
check out the dogs. Let's cut
Okay.
through.
Okay. But yeah, it's a beautiful park. lots of dogs around, lots of families. Let's try not to get hit by a softball though.
You know what? I see the diamond and I see the people, but I did not make the connection between player and diamond.
Yes, well, it's also like tunnel vision to the dogs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about the dogs.
All about the dogs.
So tell us a little bit about Flo and who Flo is.
Flo might be my favorite living being on the planet. She is my 2-year-old Australian Shepherd. She has so much energy. She would love this park. She can go 8 hours a day just running the entire time. She brings me lots of joy, especially when she does get to the dog park for the day for like a solid hour at least.
Yeah.
She's a big cuddler at night and in the morning too. It's the best way to wake up and fall asleep.
Oh yeah, to have a furry
yeah
pressing up against you.
Yeah.
Oh, look how much fun. We gotta go have a look.
Okay.
Oh, they're having a ball in there.
Runner's out.
Oh, because you used to be a ball player, right? You know.
I mean, I think I played softball when I was in grade 6.
Yeah.
And then while I was in university, I would play on, you know, a team with my friends in the summer between semesters.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great. Oh yeah, we gotta spend a moment watching these pupsters.
Oh, another one out. That's 2. Oh, no, never
Two
mind.
outs.
They're 3. That was 3, I guess.
Is it three? Oh yeah, they're switching.
Yeah, they're
off.
switching.
Let's maybe go to the gate there.
Okay. We might want to stand behind the fence.
Just to be safe, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at all the good dogs. We're all in the shade right now.
Look at this beautiful park.
That looks like a happy dog.
The best part of this video, guys, like what a treat. Now the funny thing is, as we were approaching this park, all the dogs were running after each other. Suddenly we come here and they're all kind of back with mom and dad.
Maybe they just need a breather.
They need a breather. They need some water.
Yeah.
Oh, and a poo-poo and a pee-pee. And
They're all just going together. We got this, guys.
Wow.
Moral support.
The camera can't pick it up. Maybe you can see. Wow, look at this guy.
That's
He's
a
just
happy boy
Oh,
or
he's
girl.
just happy. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
What a beautiful
What
color.
a beautiful. Wow. Look at this.
Look like
Gorgeous.
siblings.
They almost do.
Maybe cousins. I don't know.
That's a retriever, I think. I think they're retrievers. I sometimes get a lab and a retriever. There is a slight variation between the breeds, but there's also a very close relationship between the appearance of a breeder, or of a retriever and a lab.
For sure. So this rink right there. We're good? Okay. This rink that we're looking at right now, in the winter, you know, gets frozen over and you can go play shinny on the ODR. One year when I was in middle school, we got I don't know how we were notified, but the Toronto Maple Leafs were having a, outdoor open practice at this rink. I misunderstood the message and thought that that they were having a practice that was open to the public and that I could go join them. Which obviously I was living in a dream world, because that would almost never happen. I don't know if that's ever happened. Anyway, I called my dad in a panic and I said, "Dad, bring me my skates right now to Withrow Park. I have an opportunity to skate with the Toronto Maple Leafs." And that was not the case, and it's a good thing because I don't know if my dad was able to bring me my skates, and I would have been incredibly disappointed if that was the opportunity.
The opportunity that was missed.
Yes, exactly.
But luckily, it wasn't an open invitation for public skating with the Maple Leafs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still got to watch them play, you know, hands up against the fence. Pretty
That would have been
close.
so cool to see them up close and personal
Yes.
like that, and seeing the talent on the ice.
For sure. Yeah, definitely a lot less expensive than getting tickets at the Scotiabank Arena.
And sitting up in the nosebleed section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we continue?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
It's busy today. Lots of dogs, lots of people enjoying the park, the beautiful weather. Yeah, this was a great recommendation, Emily. Thank you for recommending this walk today.
Well, I'm glad that, well, we're both having a good time.
We are both having a good time. We are.
Left way.
Now, the end of the park, it ends on what street?
The north side of it?
Yeah, the north side of it.
That is a fabulous question, and I don't have an answer
You know what?
for you.
I think I might even have it written down because I just want to see how far it is.
Okay, okay.
Da, 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 da.
Do you want to cross through maybe here, or do you want to go on the path
Whichever
over?
is maybe a bit of a shortcut.
Okay. Yeah, let's go this way.
I think it's Pape. Does that sound right?
So Pape is a north-south street.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We don't have to go all the way to the north side of the
we
park,
don't. Yeah.
but on the east side of the park, that street is Carlaw.
Yeah, so we want to go, I think we want to walk down. Yeah, we want to walk down Carlaw. We want to go south on Carlaw.
Yeah. So yeah, when we get up here, we can just cut across and then go down
Right.
Carlaw.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. So we won't get to the very north end, right? We're not going to walk to the very north of the park. But we're just going to make a bit of a cut through the park because we don't want this video to be too long. So we're going to cut over to Carlaw and then going south on Carlaw, and then we're going to a cool place, right?
Yes, yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. You got to watch to the end.
Yeah.
So there's playground.
Yeah, the part that's closest to us is actually new. I've never seen this before, but I would have loved that. I mean, I'm sure I still would love it today. But previously, it was the one that you can see behind the other one where the swings are in the sand, as opposed to the wood chips. And yeah, it's a perfect place to have a little celebration.
Yeah, it must be a birthday party over here.
Some kind of party.
Some kind of party. Yeah. Oh, this is so gorgeous in here.
Yeah.
So that must be like a clubhouse or community.
So that, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that might just be like
Maintenance facility?
a maintenance thing. And
Yeah.
then, but if you were to go past it, there's a big playground, a wading pool, tennis courts, basketball courts.
Oh.
And then there's another elementary school just up on Carlaw as well.
Yeah, so I think we see the building of the school maybe? Is that the building of the school?
Yeah, what we're looking at right now is the school.
Okay.
And then that's where the community center would be, and the tennis courts would be over to the west.
Nice.
So inside this building here is where the, the dressing rooms are for the refs.
Oh, okay.
Or
The players?
the players, anyone that wants to use the rink. That's where you go get ready. You can see some ball hockey players on the ice, or the concrete right now. And over here on the soccer field, I guess they're having their summer league games.
Oh, somebody just finished a practice or a game, right?
Yeah.
Like this guy right here.
I hope they won. Just as long as they all had fun.
Yeah, that's the key, right? As long as they all had fun.
Yeah. Yeah, look at them go.
Wow.
So cute.
Oh, they're just little ones.
Yeah, look how small they are.
They're just little guys.
Yeah.
Like they're probably what, 6 or 7 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's such fun. So this is Carlaw right here.
Yeah, we're coming up to Carlaw.
I thought Carlaw was a super busy street.
So once we get south, we'll get there, but essentially once, is it Bain? No, it's after Bain. I think around Langley, that's when it gets to be a busy street.
Oh, okay, because yeah, it's pretty quiet here.
Yeah, this is still very
Park.
quiet
That
neighborhood, residential.
Oh, okay.
Wow, look at that house.
Nice.
This
What
is
an-
definitely a new one.
Definitely a new house.
Yeah.
And how nice that they can wake up in the morning and see the park.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
what a view. They could definitely see the CN Tower from, at least the top window.
Oh, let's try and find a good spot to look at the CN Tower.
Okay. There she is.
There's the tower. There's our downtown skyline. Beautiful.
Yeah, I actually didn't even remember that you could see it from here, but apparently you can.
Now we're at
Frizzle.
We're at Carlaw Avenue and Frizzle Avenue.
Yeah. You'd almost just want Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus to pop out every time you pass the street.
Oh. So this is a soccer game going on.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, it's good, it's good.
Oh, it's mixed, boys and girls. Wow, this is mixed, boys and girls. Like,
I think they might
back
be
in
adults.
my day, or is it adults?
I think so, like a co-ed. It's probably like co-ed intramurals or something.
Oh,
I think that's a good way to play.
I think it's a great way to play.
Yeah.
Back in my day, no, it was boys played boys and girls played girls. This is much more civilized.
When I first started playing hockey, I started on a boys team.
Oh, how was that? Was it
I'm
odd?
glad. No, I was glad that I started on a boys team. It gave me, like, they would sometimes pick on me, but it like gave me a thick skin. It didn't get to me personally.
Oh, good.
It was just like, okay, let me now prove you wrong because I'm better than you.
Now, were there other girls on the team? Or was it you the only girl?
There may have been one other girl, but I don't really remember. I might have been the only one.
Wow, that's I can see a lot of girls maybe being, shying away from doing that, or even boys being on a girls' team. But I think today there's much more encouragement to have a mixed team.
For sure.
I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's mostly just about the ability when you're that young, especially.
Oh, right.
It's what's available, what league can you get into. And I think, I don't know if at that point, I mean, I'm sure there must have been a girls' team for 5 and 6 or 7-year-old children, but I don't know. I was put on the boys' team. I'm thankful that I was, because it did give me a little bit of grit going when I did, eventually go into the girls' league. But yeah, there was one time I remember we were doing a drill, a practice, I guess. We were standing around the center ice circle, or I guess there is no circle there. Anyway, we were standing in a circle at center ice. And this boy kept, you know, tripping me or just like pushing me over. And I just, you know, I got up a couple times, and then the next time he was about to do it, I pushed him and he fell, and then that's when the coach turned around and saw me push him.
Oh, Emilie-Anne.
Yeah, well, I was caught, but he did it twice as much as I did.
But you were the one that got caught.
I was the one that got caught, but it was retaliation. I didn't start it.
That's nice.
Anyway, it was fine.
Nice house.
Yeah, beautiful house. And they have curtains too.
They do, yeah.
Right in front of you. Oh, sorry.
Great neighborhood. You know, I would never have thought to come down this route. It's just a part of Toronto that I don't know. And I think it's such a beautiful area of Toronto.
It is. I think a lot of people, even people that have lived in Toronto their entire lives, would like maybe not spend as much time here. It is very, like, every street that we've passed is, you know, basically just houses, but if you go, you know, up north to the Danforth into Greek Town, there's so many good restaurants, and Greek Fest happens in the summer. So many things to do, you know, in every direction. And it's a great neighborhood to just, you know, spend an afternoon walking around, or, you know, grabbing a coffee at the Riverdale Park.
Absolutely. It feels very comfortable in this neighborhood.
Yes.
It's very inviting.
Yes.
So how much further till our destination?
Okay, so I'm not sure if the camera can see it, but essentially the next lights.
Oh, okay.
That's the corner. That's our
end.
That's our end point, and we'll have our final point of interest. So, oh, it was Riverdale. So this is the first street that we turned east on off of Broadview. This is where Carlaw still starts to get to be
busy.
more of a busy street.
Yeah, I can tell just by there's more lanes here.
Yeah.
The bus route is here.
So that would have been the bus that we just saw go by at this corner. That's the bus that I would have taken when I was in middle school to get to Earl Grey. Shout out.
Now middle school, we called, but middle school in Alberta was called junior high school, and that was grades 7 to 9. What is middle school?
7 to 8.
7 to 8?
Yeah.
Just 2 years?
Yeah, just 2 years.
And high school starts at grade 9?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was for me. But I know even other people my age who have had it structured differently.
Oh, okay.
But it might be a provincial thing.
Maybe so. Yeah.
I don't know if it must be a provincial thing.
Yeah. In Alberta, we only ever went up to grade 12, but once upon a time in Ontario, school went up to grade 13.
Yeah.
I think in Quebec too, grade 13.
I think Quebec. No. Well,
because I think
no,
David, I think David did grade 13, didn't he?
No, you're right. And then they had 2 years, 1 or 2 years of cégep, which they still do.
Did you do cégep?
No.
No.
But that would only be in Quebec.
Oh, only in Quebec. Oh, okay.
My dad did though.
Oh yeah, because he was in Montreal.
Yes. So we're coming up on Langley Avenue. I have 2 stories, but because we're right in front of Dawn's, I'll start with that one. So my friend Maddie used to live more west of here, but on Langley. And we would, you know, on a Friday or Saturday night, get ready for a sleepover. We would come to Dawn's, get, you know, maybe a popsicle or, you know, a little snacky dessert. and grab a DVD or two. You know, maybe the Mary-Kate and Ashley movies, something within that genre. Go home, have a sleepover in her basement. She was one of my first friends to have a sectional couch.
Wow.
So I've thought it was very luxurious. And she had PVR.
Oh.
So we could, you know, if there was a certain show that I wanted to watch on cable, she could record it for me and we could watch it together.
Right.
So yeah, that was a good childhood memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of time spent playing in her basement. She had a big a dress-up bin, essentially, a chest, a dress-up chest with all like so many different costumes or like different things that you could put together to make a costume.
Fun.
It was very fun.
Very fun.
Another cool thing about Langley Avenue, not sure if they still do it, but when you know, at least until like 5 years ago, they would do the Langley Halloween show. So every year on Halloween, they would put together several showings throughout the evening of, I want to say it was like a kid-friendly version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, okay.
So you would have the entire neighborhood getting involved and getting dressed up, learning their lines and singing.
Oh, fun.
And so when I was trick-or-treating, it would be like, okay, let me get all the candy that I possibly can and then go to the last Langley show.
Oh.
So that I can see, you know, everything being done. And because my friend Maddie lived across the street basically of where this was happening, I would be getting all the candy so that we could split it. Or at least I did that one year. She would be part of the show and wouldn't be able to go trick-or-treating.
Oh. Sounds like fun though.
Oh, it was a good time.
Good time. And the street was filled with kids and parents.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
News people started coming after like a few years that they started doing this.
Oh, so to report on the community event.
Yes, exactly.
Ah, very cool.
It was very cool. Okay, so if you're from this area, or you're if you're from Toronto, you might have already guessed where we might be taking you. These little posts here might give you a hint. So for the big reveal, we're at Carlaw and Gerrard. You can see the Via trains going by here, you know, whenever they come by.
Yeah.
And if we pan to the right, this is the restaurant, The Real Jerk. And some people might know it well because Drake and Rihanna shot their, you know, iconic music video here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
I mean, it would have been cool to be here when it was happening.
Yeah, how did you know that Rihanna and Drake shot their video here? How do you know that?
If I'm remembering correctly, honestly, it's been a while since I've seen the video, but they show the logo. And like, I've been inside maybe one time. I think one time I walked by and I really needed change from my like $5 bill so that I could get the streetcar. So I know what the inside looks like, and it matched the inside of the video.
How cool is that? How many people would know that other than people maybe you told?
I mean, well, my friend Kat, who would come visit me, you know, my house was just kind of south, I was like, thank you. My house was southeast from here, so kind of the direction that I'm facing right now. So we would pass by this, walk by this all the time. And I think generally people in the Riverdale neighborhood would generally know The Real Jerk, but I don't know if they would necessarily make the connection. I don't know. I'm sure maybe Blog TO maybe, you know, put an article out about it though too.
And probably followers of Drake and Rihanna we might know too, right? Like,
yeah,
real
they might have done
super fans would know.
They might have done some digging.
Great.
Yeah.
So Emily, you think we're done?
I think that covers it.
I think we had a really good walk today.
Yeah.
So Emily, I want to thank you so much. Didn't she do like an absolutely fabulous job? Like she did a fabulous job for a first timer, like amazing. Thank you for taking us around this neighborhood, introducing us to a neighborhood that we have not explored before, certainly not on Boomer Girl Walking. So shout out to Emily.
High five.
Way to go, girlfriend.
Shout out to you. Thank you for bringing me along. This was so fun.
Good, I'm glad. Any opportunity, anytime you want to do this again, you are welcome to do it again.
Well, maybe the next time I'm in Toronto, because this was a good time.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was a great time. Folks, thank you very much for joining. Emily and I as my special guest. It was a real treat for us. And this is a good opportunity to thank you again for joining us. And I will see you in my next video. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.